Greetings, Starfighters. As promised, the second of the Spinny Wheel books. I'll link to the video that's about why I read this one, and also the guest by Emma Klein, and the video too, my little mini review of the guest by Emma Klein, into the show notes for this one. So this book's actually pretty good. I think the second half is a bit weaker than the first half. Yeah, the ums really aren't so much for the book itself. It's for realizing that this is probably going to be the last book video I do on this channel because they just don't seem to be doing all that well. I mean, granted, Shameless Cash Grab has also been kind of going back and forth lately. But at least I'll still get comments and likes there. The book videos, not so much, you know? Just nobody who follows me really seems all that interested in hearing me do book talk. TALK. I need to specify that now. But yeah, as for Beach Read by Emily Henry, it's a romance novel, and I'm not really a romance guy, but despite that, I enjoyed this for the most part. It did sort of play with a lot of the cliches of and tropes of the genre. It plays them kind of straight too, but especially in that weaker second half. But I didn't think the second half was terrible at all. Something I said as I said it on Goodreads. I kind of wish that Goodreads allowed 0.5s because a 3 is too low for this, but a 4 kind of feels a little too high. Yeah. I would not have gone. I would not have picked this book up without an incentive like the wheel that I did. But and I also probably would have finished this a few weeks sooner too. But a lot has been going on in my life for the past month, and pretty much none of it good. But I'm going to get more into that in the next Shameless Cash Grab, which should be out in a few weeks. And also, some of it came up in a recent community tab too. So if you don't look at the community tab, go ahead. There's some information there. Yeah, Beach Read by Emily Henry. I doubt I'll read anything else by her anytime soon, unless like a really close friend suggests something. I don't know, but also I don't think I hope this doesn't get turned into a movie because I think there's just way too much internal monologue for it to work. There's a best friend character that I feel kind of gets shortchanged, which is not great because, as best as I can remember, this best friend character was the only person of color in the story. And not only is she largely only there in terms of text messages with the main character, she's also kind of got a little bit of manic pixie dream girl going on, which is a bit problematic, but it wasn't a deal breaker. Yeah, I think this is it. Like I said, I mentioned earlier how it sort of plays with some of the tropes of the romance novel genre, and it pokes fun, but in kind of that way that only someone who actually enjoys it can, and that's probably why it works. I mean, I did laugh several times during this book, and at times I am pretty sure I was supposed to. So yeah, it's kind of like something that Mel Brooks once wrote. He wrote something for like a liner notes for one of the DVD releases of Spaceballs, and clapping back at people who assumed that he hated Star Wars and Star Trek because of Spaceballs. And a line from that really stuck in my head for a long time is, any idiot can make fun of something they hate. And I think only someone who enjoys the romance novel could poke fun at it in the way that this book does, and not have it feel mean-spirited. It's kind of why all those Twilight parodies are so terrible. Honestly, I would go so far as to say most Twilight parodies are actually worse than Twilight, because the people poking fun at it don't really understand it. Okay, maybe that's a bad example, because Twilight is so deeply problematic with the romanticizing of abuse and the racism toward Native Americans. I think only someone who likes vampire romance novels in general could could do a good Twilight parody, and I don't think any of the Twilight parodies we have now have been made by people like that. I have gone so far off topic. It's still summer, folks. My brain is still fried, and also I am now responsible for a mortgage and 3 cats that I wasn't responsible for a couple weeks ago. So, yeah, Beach Read by Emily Henry, not bad. You like romance novels, you'll probably enjoy it. If you don't, you might still enjoy it, but I'll leave that up to you to decide. Don't let me tell you what to do. And like I said, this is probably going to be, unless like this video does exceptionally well, and the videos for the guest and the video where I chose the guest and that chose the guest and this for me suddenly pick back up. Yeah, this is going to be my last book video. And considering how much rambling I've done in this one, you folks are probably glad for that.